in the PWA, and immediately the fans here at the Alpine getting behind the fan favorite Mike Hart and Brandon Jacobs. We've seen early on in his career, as we see a lockup off the top here, test of strength. Brandon Jacobs obviously will have the advantage in strength here. Will we have a clean break in the corner? And we do. And a pose from Brandon Jacobs. But Dan, what I was saying is Brandon Jacobs, we've seen a couple times early in his career, not finding the win calling just yet. Will this new attitude help him out?
It's going to be interesting to see. He's got to have that focus and drive, something we haven't seen all throughout. But tonight, it looks like a different attitude that he's brought out, not even high-fiving the audience as he came out in his introduction.
And you know what's interesting is Mike the Match Hart, so popular here in the PWA that Brandon Jacobs from right here in Kitchener, a hometown fan, clearly not the favorite when he's in the ring against Mike Hart.
He's not helping his cause right now, arguing, bickering with this great crowd at the Alpine Club. He needs him behind him if he intends to come out with a victory.
And you wonder if the new attitude would lead to a new focus of Brandon Jacobs as a headlock flipped over onto the mat. A quick pin attempt here, 1, 2, and only 2, Dan. The focus that you would expect that maybe this new attitude has seems to be a little distracted in engaging with the fans.
Yeah, exactly. This is the second time he's doing it. He has to be concerned because Mike Hart, as a technical wrestler, is superior to Brandon Jacobs. And for Brandon, he's got to have all focus directed at Mike.
Well, technically speaking, he sure does have the bloodline as Brandon Jacobs with a knee to the midsection and a quick couple of forearms to the back of Mike Hart, taking him down to the mat. What are we going for here? Looks like a suplex, and over goes Mike Hart to the mat. And now an obvious and blatant choke attempt, advantage Jacobs using the 4 count.
And just using that strength that he has. You talked about his size and using it to his full advantage right there. And again with the chokehold.
And there you see Brandon Jacobs locking eyes with the referee saying, I know I'm not allowed to do this, but I'm going to take advantage. He's looking for that little edge to hope it can get him into the win column.
You know what? I like this. He's trying to set the tempo and the pace and dominance in this match.
Yeah, what wasn't working for him before, he clearly was not content to continue with. So a new focus for Brandon Jacobs as 3 shoulder tackles make that 4 into the midsection of Mike Hart in the turnbuckle. Down goes Hart in a heap, and Brandon Jacobs firmly in control.
Oh, it's completely wearing him down. But the thing with Mike Hart, and we've seen it before, he's got a lot of endurance. Brandon Jacobs just can't let up.
And an obvious boot to the throat, maximizing the 4 count again. Brandon Jacobs really has to watch it here. He's towing the line with this referee. He might risk a disqualification. Maybe that's what he's going for.
Well, that's the thing. He's got to toe the line, as you said, find the balance, make Mike Hart hurt, but not go over that edge.
Yeah, maybe winning the match isn't his focus as much as establishing himself as someone to be worried about as he goes through in a shoulder into the midsection. Mike Hart over the ropes, head scissors. What are we going to see here? Hurricane Rana, down goes Jacobs.
And all of a sudden, Mike Hart back in this match.
Reverse atomic drop, down goes Jacobs off the ropes, and a clothesline from Hart. Down for a cover, 1, 2, only 2.
And that's the first pin from Mike Hart. All of a sudden, this momentum transitioning in his direction.
Brandon Jacobs down, stunned by the flurry of offense from Mike Hart there. Back to the feet, a punch to the midsection, another forearm to the back. Jacobs has Hart down on the mat, stomps once.
And clearly targeting his head and his throat in the early going. Hart's going to have to shake the copperheads really quickly. Now his knee, what a shot there.
Doing the old Garvin stomp, working his way all the way around and stepping on all the joints before dropping the elbow on Hart. Another pin attempt here, hooks the leg, and 1, 2, only a 2 count.
That 200 plus pounds is dropping like an anvil on Mike Hart. I can only match the pain he's feeling right now.
And that will take the wind right out of your sails. Talking to the referee, we've got another boot in the throat. Come on, see that, give a count.
You know what, Brandon Jacobs is losing a lot of my respect right now. The kind of act he's pulling right there, just unnecessary.
Brandon Jacobs telling this capacity crowd, I don't like any of you. He should be focused with whoever's in the ring right now, and that's Mike Hart, who flips over the back, got him down. Could he be setting him up for the sharpshooter here? Steps through, crosses the legs, hooks it in, and flips it over. This is done. Brandon Jacobs isn't getting out of this. Nobody gets out of the sharpshooter from Mike Hart. He's reaching for the ropes, but back to the center of the ring. Has he got it hooked in still?
I don't think Brandon has a chance now.
It's just a matter of time. He taps out the victory to Mike Hart.
And so much for turning the page for Brandon.